What's up guys, and welcome to CC Weekly. My name is Victor Zanta, and this is going to be a huge episode because I did miss last week's episode due to it being my birthday. So this is going to be a huge episode of 2 weeks combined into one epicness of CC Weekly. Let's get stuck straight into it. And in our first bit of news, it's actually pretty cool news and really good timing considering Suicide Squad is doing really amazingly in the movies. Harley Quinn and Deadshot have both been announced as playable characters in the upcoming game Injustice 2, which is set to be released in 2017. Personally, they're my two favorite characters from the Suicide Squad movie, but each to their own. But yes, you can view the full trailer in the link below, in the description below, so check that out. I'm a big fan of Deadshot. Harley Quinn I can give or take, but yeah, definitely go and check that out. Now to the most interesting news story of the last week or two. This one's for you Dark Souls fans, and I'm a huge Dark Souls fan, so I'm actually really excited. Bandai Namco said that on August the 24th, there is a huge announcement going to be made that relates to the Dark Souls 3 game. So for those of you who have just been playing that game over and over again or waiting for something big to happen, August 24th is going to be a huge day for you guys. Huge announcement. Don't know what it'll be yet, but wait for that. A few weeks ago, I announced that Capcom are releasing Dead Rising 1, 2, and Off the Record for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and now they finally have a release date for September the 13th. If you want to buy the whole package, I believe it releases for $49.99, and each episode, each game will be released singularly for $19.99. So if you are a big fan of the Dead Rising series, I highly recommend getting the whole package to save yourself $10. In our sad bit of news for the week, Final Fantasy 15 has been delayed 2 whole months, now being released on November the 29th. Originally, I think it was meant to be released in September 29th. So it's quite a big delay. The company has stated that the reason for the 2-month delay is so that they can add extra polish to the game. And they're doing it for you, they're doing it for me, they're doing it for the fans, in the hope that the extra time that they take to produce the game, to make the game better, will hopefully meet the players' expectations. If they released it now, they'd worried that they'd let us all down. So honestly, it's a totally fair reason to delay a game 2 months, and good on them, to be honest. Last week, Bethesda announced their final bit of DLC for the Fallout 4 game coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, called Nuka World. This is being released on August the 30th. And I highly recommend watching the trailer because this one actually looks interesting. It looks really interesting, and it probably, hopefully, won't let us down like the other ones have, in my personal opinion. They've all been a bit of a letdown in comparison to Fallout 3's amazing DLC that they had. So hopefully this one's a winner. I'm sure we'll be doing a full review on it on the site when it comes out. EA and DICE have announced that the Battlefield 1 open beta will be released on the 31st of August. So that's actually a huge weekend for hardcore gamers. You've got Fallout 4 DLC being released on the 30th, and then Battlefield 1 beta opening on the 31st. They actually said that this map will allow players to ride horses, try out the armored train Behemoth, as well as 3 new elite classes. From what I've seen of the Battlefield 1 videos so far, this game actually looks incredible. I'm actually very excited for a multiplayer game for the first time in years, probably since Battlefield 3 came out. I haven't been this excited for a multiplayer game, so I'll definitely be signing up to the beta, and hopefully I can do some videos for you guys. So August 31st for the Battlefield 1 beta. Last week, Konami announced Metal Gear Survive for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. If you guys already thought that the Metal Gear franchise was bizarre, and again, for some reason, I don't know how this happens, coincidence, but all these news stories are on games that I personally love. What a coincidence that I happen to bring them up. But yeah, it takes place after Metal Gear 5 Ground Zeroes, and it takes place on an alternate timeline. So this story is going to be absolutely insane. And it looks like a bit of a mashup of Metal Gear and Resident Evil 4 and 5. So, you know, you work as a team to kill zombies and weird creatures and stuff. So That'll be released next year most likely, but it actually looks really cool and I'm pretty excited for it. Now we're just quickly going to go over a few reviews that were found on the capsulecomputers.com.au website. First off, the big one, Travis reviewed No Man's Sky, which is very controversial in the gaming community right now. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, some people don't mind it. I personally love it. I might be doing a video on my opinions on that soon. Travis did his review and I read through it. It was a very 100% very fair review. One that I agree with on most things. And he actually says, players will be astounded with the amount of things they can initially do. Unfortunately, the shine does begin to wear off as the shallow nature of what is actually an offer begins to reveal itself. So he's probably referring to the repetition of the game, the fact that there's 18 quintillion planets, but really there's not a lot of variety. So yeah, I definitely recommend reading that review. It goes in depth and probably goes over what a lot of us are actually thinking in terms of No Man's Sky. I have a little bit of a different opinion and would probably rate the game higher than he would, but look, that's what gaming is we all have different opinions and our own sort of views on things. So definitely check out his review. He also, Travis also did a review on Minecraft Story Mode Access Denied, which I believe is episode 7. I mentioned that a few episodes ago, and he says, access denied may not be long or give players much control, but delivers a solid storyline. And really, that's what the Minecraft Story Mode has done for me personally as well. It hasn't really blown me out of the water, but it's actually been a very interesting and fun storyline. So I'll be playing that one eventually too. So check out his review on that as well. Also, a quick shout out to Kyle, who did a review on Laser Team Director's Cut, the Blu-ray. I'm a huge fan of Rooster Teeth. I love Rooster Teeth a bit, and I really enjoyed the Laser Team movie. I actually saw it in the cinemas. So it's good to see that something that was just created from an Indiegogo campaign, which is like Kickstarter, is still getting a lot of press releases and stuff like that. So huge shout out to Kyle for doing that review, and check it out. I highly suggest seeing Laser Team as well. It's a funny movie and quite enjoyable, and they're releasing Laser Team 2 soon as well. Alright guys, that's it for CC Weekly. I hope you enjoyed the longer episode. Lots of news crammed into one. Obviously there's heaps that I missed out in the last 2 weeks. That's still on the side, especially if you're an anime fan. I don't talk about a lot of anime news on CC Weekly just because, look, I'm a big anime fan. I do watch a lot of anime, but it's hard to talk about animes that you don't really know about. So that's probably why I leave a lot of those news stories out. But for everything that I mentioned in today's show, the link is in the description. But I highly recommend, and I highly recommend a lot of things on this show. I'm starting to notice that trend. But definitely go on capsulecomputers.com.au. We have a lot of really good stuff on there, and a lot of minds at work. It's not just like three people doing the same stuff over and over again. So there's a lot of people behind the writing team. So definitely check it out. Thank you for viewing this episode. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Please subscribe as well, and I always appreciate comments. So if you guys have any questions, or you just want to disagree with me on something, or just correct me on something, just leave us a comment, and I highly appreciate it. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Until next time, see ya.